Urgent Philadelphia Eagles fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Philadelphia Eagles updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Eagles fans, buckle up, because today we have some news that's sending shockwaves through the NFL. It's one of those stories that could reshape the landscape of the league, and if you're a die-hard supporter of the Birds, you definitely want to hear every detail. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that might just change the course of the Eagles' future, and it's all centered around one of the most electrifying players in the league right now, Lamar Jackson, the so-called weapon of the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, you heard that right. The rumors are swirling, and it's enough to make any Eagles fan's head spin. But let's take a step back and analyze what this could mean, what's really going on behind the scenes, and what the implications could be if this deal actually goes down. First, let's talk about Lamar Jackson. What makes him such a special player? Well, if you've been following the NFL over the last few seasons, you know that Jackson isn't just your average quarterback. He's a game-changer, a true dual threat. The guy is a nightmare for defenses because he can beat you with his arm and his legs. His speed, agility, and ability to extend plays are second to none. Lamar has been the centerpiece of the Ravens' offense, leading them to playoff appearances and keeping defenses on their toes every single week. His highlight reels are filled with jaw-dropping runs, impossible throws, and clutch performances that have made him one of the most exciting players to watch in the NFL today. But it's not just his athleticism that makes him so valuable. Lamar Jackson has also shown significant growth as a passer, refining his mechanics and accuracy over the years. Still, his running ability remains his signature trait, making him a weapon that defenses simply can't contain. It's that explosiveness, that unpredictability, that has made him a perennial MVP candidate and one of the league's most feared players. And it's precisely that kind of talent that has NFL teams salivating at the prospect of adding him to their roster. Now, why would the Philadelphia Eagles be interested in Lamar Jackson? Well, the Eagles, under head coach Nick Sirianni, have been building a team that's young, talented, and hungry for a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has been their starting quarterback, and while he's shown tremendous promise, there's always speculation about whether he's the long-term answer at the position. The Eagles have a roster filled with playmakers, an offensive line that's one of the best in the league, and a defense that's steadily improving. But when it comes to the quarterback position, they're always looking for that next step, that game-changing talent who can elevate the team to the next level. And that's where Lamar Jackson's name comes into play. Imagine a scenario where Lamar joins the Eagles. Suddenly, the team's offense becomes a nightmare for defenses. With his ability to run, throw, and create plays on the fly, he could seamlessly fit into the Eagles' offensive scheme, which already features a solid running game and a talented receiving core. Think about it, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, these are weapons that could be even more dangerous with a quarterback like Lamar, who can extend plays and hit them on the move. Plus, the Eagles have a history of valuing dynamic quarterbacks. Michael Vick, for example, is a legend here, and fans still remember how electric he was during his time in Philadelphia. But, of course, it's not just about what Lamar Jackson can bring to the Eagles. It's also about the strategic move from the Eagles' side. They're in a bit of a window right now, trying to capitalize on their current roster's talent while also planning for the future. Acquiring a player like Lamar Jackson would be a bold move, one that signals the team's serious intent to contend for a Super Bowl now and in the coming years. If they manage to land him, it would be a statement that they're all in and ready to challenge the league's giants like Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is a franchise player for them, no doubt. His contract situation has been a topic of discussion for quite some time, especially after his MVP season in 2019. The Ravens have been cautious with their approach, and there's been speculation about whether they're willing to pay him top dollar or if they're open to trading him. According to some sources within the league, Baltimore might be considering a rebuild or at least a shake-up, and that could involve moving Jackson if the right deal comes along. Rumors suggest that the Ravens are looking for draft picks, young talent, or both in exchange for their star quarterback, a move that could shake up the entire NFL. It's important to note that these talks are still in the early stages. No official negotiations have been confirmed, and both sides are reportedly evaluating their options carefully. The Ravens might be seeking a package that includes multiple high-value draft picks or promising young players to help rebuild their roster. The Eagles, on the other hand, would need to weigh the cost, both in terms of assets and cap space, and consider whether they can fit Lamar's contract into their plans without sacrificing other key pieces. And here's where things get interesting. The NFL offseason is always a whirlwind of rumors, leaks, and strategic moves, but when it involves a player of Lamar Jackson's caliber, everything takes on a new level of complexity. If this trade were to happen, it would be one of the most significant deals in recent league history. It could potentially reshape the NFC and even the entire league hierarchy. Imagine the Eagles, now with a true dual-threat quarterback, becoming instant Super Bowl contenders. The impact on their offense, their play calling, and their overall team dynamics would be enormous. Of course, there are still many hurdles to overcome. The Eagles would need to negotiate not just the trade terms but also a contract extension that fits their salary cap and long-term plans. Lamar Jackson, in turn, would be weighing his options. Does he want to stay with the Ravens, where he's a franchise icon, or does he see the Eagles as the perfect landing spot to chase a ring? The negotiations could get complicated, but if both sides see the potential for success, this could move forward quickly. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Eagles aren't the only team linked to Lamar Jackson. There are rumors about other franchises showing interest, but Philadelphia's name keeps popping up because of their recent success, talented roster, and the desire to take that next step. The Eagles have been aggressive this offseason, making moves to bolster their defense and improve their depth, and acquiring a quarterback like Lamar Jackson would be the ultimate cherry on top. Looking back at the Eagles' recent history, you see a team that's been on the rise. They made it to the playoffs last season, falling just short of the NFC Championship. Jalen Hurts has shown incredible resilience and leadership, and his development has been impressive. But adding Lamar Jackson could push the team into a different stratosphere altogether. It would be a bold move, yes, but in today's NFL, you need bold moves to stand out. The Eagles have the pieces, the young talent, and the front office's willingness to take risks when it's justified. And let's not forget the fans. Eagles fans are some of the most passionate in the league, always hungry for success and eager to see their team compete at the highest level. The idea of Lamar Jackson in midnight green, running the offense with his electrifying style, is enough to make any fan's heart race. It's the kind of move that could reinvigorate the fanbase, fill the stadium with excitement, and create a buzz that lasts all season long. But, of course, we need to stay grounded. Nothing is confirmed yet. These are just rumors, speculation, and some inside sources hinting at negotiations that might be happening behind closed doors. Still, the NFL offseason is famous for its surprises, and this one could be a game-changer. If the deal goes through, it will be remembered as one of the most pivotal moments in recent league history, and Eagles fans will be talking about it for years to come. Now, imagine the headlines, the highlights, the highlight reels of Lamar Jackson in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform. It's enough to give any fan chills. The possibilities are endless. The Eagles could finally have that dynamic, explosive quarterback who can take their offense to a new level, making them not just contenders but favorites in the NFC. The defense is already solid, and with a quarterback who can extend plays and make unpredictable throws, the team's overall outlook becomes even brighter. And yet, amidst all this excitement, we have to remember that negotiations are complex. The league is watching closely, other teams are likely preparing counteroffers, and the players involved are probably weighing their own futures. But one thing's for sure, if this deal happens, it will be one of the most talked about stories of the NFL offseason, and Eagles fans will be at the center of it. So, what do you think? Would you be excited if Lamar Jackson joined the Eagles? Do you believe this could be the move that finally pushes them over the top? Or do you think there are too many risks involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we love hearing from you. Your opinions matter so much, and they help shape the conversation around this potential blockbuster. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we'll be right here, covering every twist, turn, and breaking story as it unfolds. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Birds!